YouTube. Let's get to the real. Now, first of all, let's go back to the elevator incident. Solange and Jay was cool because she understood hip hop better than Beyonce. Beyonce didn't really fuck with rap. Uh, Solange did, so she knew about lyrics, some songs, and all that. And they was laughing about the Nas Jay thing, and she was happy that they had patched it up. They were cool, like they ain't really had no problems till she realized shit was going down with this Rachel Roy and Jay shit. But this happened previously. Like Beyonce found out, Jay's fucking around and he knew, she knew, and she shared that shit with Solange. And that, that's the girl. This Rachel Roy girl that he keeps talking about. And she's like, and Solange is like, you ain't finna just disrespect my sister in front of her face. It's a thing that, you doing this shit behind her back, but not to her face. You ain't finna get away with this shit. So she went and checked Rachel Roy. And they was like, and she's like, are you finna fuck up here? Because believe me, once you fuck up once, you can't come back. So Jay is like really not liking what the fuck going on. So they sitting at the table, and the shit at Jay is at the table, and he goes to Solange and Beyonce, and he's like, did you tell her to do this? She was like, no, I didn't tell her to do it. He said, both of y'all need to stay the fuck out my business. Yeah, stay the fuck out my business. And she's like, what? She's like, look, you can fuck up your career. Don't fuck with mine. This is my family. Okay, this is my wife. We got problems, we gonna work it out on our own. Nobody asked you to get involved in my business. Stay out my business. And he was serious. And so she was like, oh, you ain't just finna dog my sister. So Jay just like, we leaving. Just straight like that, we leaving. So Jay gets up, tells B, get up, get your shit, we leaving. So the security start rushing everybody out. Solange is quiet because she knows not to fuck up here. So they get to the elevator and boom, right away, she starts talking like, "What the fuck you think you just gonna disrespect her in front of my sister? You just gonna disrespect her like that and fuck with that rat bitch in front of my sister, in front of her face like she don't see that shit?" And and Jay was like, "Worry about your own fucking shit. Worry about why you ain't got a man." And some shit like that. Like, this is why you don't got a man. Stay out your business. Worry about your business with your man. And that's when she went off. Jay told her to worry about your man, and this ain't why you ain't got a man, and all this shit. And that's when it went left on the elevator. That's what he said to Solange. Like, stay, like, why are you in our business? This is me and her business. It's not yours. That's my wife. Worry about your man. It's probably why you can't keep a man. And it went off. So Jay ass had to ride in another car till they can get that shit calmed down. So they had to get that shit fixed, especially when the tape came out. Cause it wasn't nothing. Nobody saw anything until the tape came out, the elevator fight. So they went on a vacation trip and took some photos together. They was back peaches and herb. Like, oh, we cool. Like they were really back, bro, brother and sister. Shit was real good. They did the Beyonce homecoming thing. That was like what, 2018, 2019. Then some shit happened like around COVID time. Shit started to sour. It started to sour real bad. The family was going through some shit. Her mom was having problems with her husband, and they were over there helping them out, talking to mom, and then they was having this like get together, like all the family getting together, bringing the kids, and they always do that with the Knowles family. Or the dad come over, they have a big event. But Jay likes to control the shit. Solange was putting this shit together and was like, no, we doing it here, and we've been here before. There's no problem with going here. Jay didn't want to do it because he said, oh, well, I got shit to do that day. And they was like, well, okay, he ain't got to come. And Beyonce, well, if Jay didn't come, then she wasn't coming, and she probably had to do some shit with him, and they really didn't have shit to do. They just, they weren't in control of it, so they was like, fuck it, and even though it was a place that they always go, it didn't matter. That's what they wanted, the control. So, one more again, it was some incident that happened where Blue Ivy is with the people that's keeping her. Beyonce's cousin is there, and they have the nannies, they have people there. So she was with family members, like Beyonce's cousin that's normally there was around, people she know. Then Solange was there, and Solange did something, and I forgot. Like she told Blue Ivy something. She like rolled her eyes at Solange, and Solange is like, "Oh, excuse me, you don't roll your eyes at me. I'm your auntie." And that disrespect won't. And then like the cousins are all scared of Blue Ivy. Like she runs them. Like they're like adults, and Solange ain't going for that. So the report came back that to Beyonce, like, oh, Solange snapped on, Blue Ivy like she hit her. Now Solange beats the living hell out of her kid, meaning that if he messes up, he get his ass whooped. She don't spare the rod. She believes in tearing that ass up. So Beyonce's like, she hit Blue Ivy, and he was like, no, she didn't hit her, and but she grabbed her, like turned her around. So the nanny told her that she turned Blue Ivy around or some shit, and oh man, Beyonce was heated. You don't touch my child. I don't touch your child. Don't you touch my child. So Jay was hot. And Jay was like, look, we family, and I know this, we gonna all keep this in the house, but Solange can't be around the kids. That's it. So, unless we there for the event with the kids and them, we can't have Solange around the kids. So that's basically how the shit went down, and how Beyonce really took Jay's side with the shit, and she was like, "Oh, you gonna let this shit go? What this motherfucker just said? Okay, fine, fuck it, fuck all y'all. I'm not with this shit. This Hollywood shit y'all on. Fuck that. Y'all ain't gonna tell me I'm gonna let a little kid disrespect me and get away with that shit. Nah, sorry. Y'all do you." So neither side is speaking on it. But she's not gonna congratulate Beyonce on shit. She's staying the fuck away from the Carters. She's not Knowles anymore. She's a Carter. And that's where she is. And that's why this shit is where it is. And it's been like this for a while. Nobody noticed it to the Grammys. So that's the gist of the shit. Thank y'all, Patreons. And I'm finna go in here now and do some real work. Now y'all know the drill, what really went down, what Jay was saying on the elevator, you know it all. And it's way more stuff coming. Cause it's way more stuff developing. Oh yeah. Told you, B is something else. Seriously, B is something else. She's done a lot y'all don't know about. B has done a lot of stuff y'all have no idea she's done. She is not the Beyonce of 10 years ago. No, she's definitely not the same. And she's a little bit more like temperamental. She does suffer from anxiety issues, indecisiveness, and things of that nature. She still keeps in contact with her dad, but he's kind of out the loop on a lot of decisions that the Carters make. But he don't really discuss them because they like to keep their business tight lipped. So on that note, I'm out. Deuces.